There's been a rather heated debate recently about where in the world, or at least in the United States, does the best sweet corn come from. All of these I-staters and other Corn Belt fanatics think that their state grows the best and tastiest sweet corn. I hate to break it to you, but there is no competition. Illinois, Central Illinois, God's country. That is where the best, the tastiest, the sweetest sweet corn is found. If you don't believe me, let's go take a look. Tucked away in a highly classified area of our family's farm is our patch of our real cash crop. Don't tell anyone about this. The security here is top notch. You're never gonna find a guard dog quite as capable as this one. Oh, I'm downwind from that. Ugh. Ugh. Go over there and poop. The wind's blowing right at me. The security measures on this sweet corn patch are top notch. These two dogs right here, they'll eat you alive. I've seen them do it. They're trained to kill. So don't let us catch you out here. We protect this sweet corn at all costs. Raccoons, vagrants, thieves will catch you. And I'll send these two after you. Somewhere. Right there. They're gonna get you. What are you seeing there? Just scouting. This is it though, where the magic happens. Some of the greatest sweet corn in the world is grown in these 4 rows for this quarter mile. The beautiful and simplistic part about growing sweet corn for us is that we can raise it exactly the same way we raise this commercial yellow number 2 field corn right here next to it. Actually, it's so similar that the first strip of 4 rows that we plant here at the beginning of the season, we plant at the same time we plant our commercial corn. All we do is pop off the seed tubes, dump in some sweet corn, and plant it with our ExactEmerge planter till we get to a point where we'd like to add a different crop. We like to stagger our sweet corn in terms of its maturing date. That way all of this corn is not ready at once. A lot of times, like right now, we have more sweet corn than we can give away. It's gonna mature faster than we can find people to give this sweet corn to. We don't sell it, we pick it ourselves, we shuck it ourselves, and we give it to the people we know. That's one of the luxuries of farming that's very convenient, is our ability to garden on such a large scale and spread it around the community for no charge. This was our first planted crop. A little bit of a wind went through here, if you couldn't tell, snapped over some of our corn, caused some pollination issues. When you look at it though, you'll tell this corn's way too far along for most people's taste. This was planted in the first patch. A majority of this first strip of corn is actually too far along. You can still eat it, there's nothing wrong with eating it. It's just gonna be a little bit hard and not as sweet. When you eat sweet corn, you want it to be ripe. You want it to be younger, not matured. You don't want to see dents in the kernels. The farther along they get, the tougher they are to chew on and the less sweetness they have. That's what we're trying to capture out here, is the sweetest stage of corn and give to people to eat. Not only did we plant this at the same time we planted our regular field corn, we also did the same nitrogen side dress pass and the same herbicide pass on it. This sweet corn is basically interchangeable in terms of management with the field corn next to it. Obviously, we're not going to spend the kind of money on the sweet corn that we do on the field corn. However, this sweet corn got the full meal deal. It was easier just to treat it like regular corn than it was to not, because we have 4 rows of corn sitting flush with it. So when the side dress bar came through here, it put on 150 pounds of nitrogen. Hard at work or hardly working, guys? Man, just chilling? The real question is, why is our sweet corn the best? I'm glad you asked. It's because we give it so much love and affection. Psych, it's because it likes to be treated like commercial field corn. Give it nutrients, give it space, and it will grow fantastic ears. A lot of gardeners want to skimp on the fertility aspect of growing sweet corn, hoping that they can get a nice, sweet, rich crop without much financial input, but that's where you're wrong. You want to feed your little patch of heaven like it's going to grow 400 bushel corn. If one day you find yourself out here in a patch just like this and you're concerned, you're not sure, how do I get the best ear? How do I find the right spot in the field? Don't worry, I've got you covered. This is sweet corn. That is commercial corn. If you grab an ear of commercial corn, hoping it's sweet corn, I hate to break it to you, but you're going to be really disappointed. Unless, of course, you're the person farming that commercial corn and the ears out there look like that. I think you're not going to enjoy your meal, but you will enjoy harvest time. So if it looks like this, yellow, dented, you got the wrong stuff. One would think that people would not mistake this nice sweet corn for our tall field corn. However, it does happen. Some people aren't quite as experienced and familiar with the differences in the crop, and they really can't discriminate between the two. I'm glad we got that out of the way. You're not going to grab the wrong ear of corn out here in the field. There are 4 things to keep in mind when you're out picking sweet corn ears to make sure that your haul of sweet corn is all the best. First aspect to consider is the ear size. Ear size is going to tell you a general idea of how mature the ear is, but also how big of an ear you're getting. A bigger ear is often a more photogenic final product. The ear size though is really not that important, other than just showing you you're going to get more kernels on this ear versus the other. A lot of times they have the same sweetness. It's just something to keep in mind. The second thing to look at for pulling the perfect ear is silk color. If the silk still has a few streaks of yellow in it, but is mostly brown, that's going to be the perfect maturity for your ear. It's going to be the sweetest, or at least that's where I like to find them. The silk indicates how mature those kernels are. The third visible indicator of a quality ear is the husk leaves. When those husk leaves start to develop on the top end of the sweet corn ear, you know it's the one you want. They'll resemble almost a crown of leaves at the tip of the ear. If the first three criteria were not enough to land you the perfect ear of sweet corn, there's a fourth and final test, and that is the squeeze. If you squeeze it and you're met with just a little bit of softness, especially at the base of the ear, that's probably going to be one of your tastier ears in the batch. A final tip, when you pull it off, if it comes off with little to no problem, it was ready to go. This is exactly what we're looking for when we're picking sweet corn. For those inexperienced in husking an ear of corn, the best thing to do is grab it right at the top and pull the sheath down halfway across the plant. That one ripped. Grab the tip on the other side and pull it down and expose the entire ear, and then just snap the base off. Wow. Look at this ear of sweet corn. I see it now. Butter, salt, maybe a little bit of pepper if you're into it. This ear passed all four of our criteria, and it's perfect. Just to reiterate my earlier point, this is sweet corn, this is field corn. Much different. Hard, soft. And you're not just gonna have one of these, so when you're out here in a sweet corn patch like this, if you have permission, go wild picking. This stuff matures faster than we can give it away or have people come out and pick it. If you don't get it, the raccoons are gonna get it, the deer are gonna get it, the combine will get it if those don't. Might as well get it while it's good. Let's get some more. That's a lot of sweet corn. And once you have all your ears, you shuck them. See how fast we can do this. There's a few things I like to do when I'm shucking sweet corn that I'm going to give to people. The first thing I do is toss out any ears that look a little wonky. With the wind damage we had on the sweet corn patch, sometimes you get ears that look like this. They had some pollination issues. I just toss them out. They don't look that great. No one wants to eat an ugly ear. The other thing I'll do is I break the tips off of ones that there aren't pollinated or tipped back or have a little bit of insect feeding on the top. Not causing any harm, but I like to break them off. Whereas this one, that's a beautiful ear all around. When I'm giving it away, I prefer to only give the best ears to people. I don't like to give them the mediocre looking ears. These ears are actually pretty mature. They're getting close to the end of the time where you'd want to be eating them just because they're going to start to get hard. Some people like them a little bit chewier. Everyone has different preferences. Some people like to eat the ears when they're really young and the kernels are small. They're also super sweet. As they get older, they get chewier, but they do maintain a lot of the sweetness that sweet corn is known for by its name. If you start to notice dents in the kernels, that's when it's probably to the point where no one's going to want to eat it, although there are people who like everything. With the right eye and a little bit of elbow grease, this is what you end up with. A nice haul of sweet corn. And you want to know what my favorite part is about this sweet corn, other than its taste and the fun of growing it, is that we're going to give it away. That's what I'm going to do with this sweet corn right here. We give it to friends, family, people who enjoy sweet corn. We don't charge them. We just do it because we can. So I'm gonna go find some people to con the sweet corn off on. We didn't really run into any trouble finding places to drop off all those ears of sweet corn we picked. People seem to want to take them when you offer them. I saved a few for myself, that way I can show you guys how we cook them up. There's a lot of options out there for how you can prepare your sweet corn once you got your hands on some, but there's only one right way to make it. And that's boiling it in water. All you need to do is bring your water to a boil. While you're waiting on your water to boil, it's a good time to get your condiments out, specifically your butter, and let it soften a little bit. They even make a butter that's for squeezing. It's got an ear of sweet corn on there. Once your water comes to a boil, take your ears of sweet corn, plop them in. And then we start the clock. 8 minutes. The wait is killing me. It's eating time. Grab your tongs. Now would be a great time to add more sweet corn, because you know you're going to want more. Get your handy dandy squeezable butter and some corn, and you're ready to eat. Wait a minute, forgetting something. Pepper and salt. The final and most important step in this process is to find yourself a nice and scenic location to sit down and enjoy the fruit of your labor. Oh wait, we're forgetting one thing. Sweet corn grabbers, specifically engineered to dig into the sweet corn ear for grip, so you can eat away. That's a good ear of sweet corn. That's fantastic. There's no way it would taste this good if it came from Iowa. I'm just saying. Illinois, the #1 ice state. I'm more of a side-to-side eater. Some people go around. Some people hit it like a grenade and just eat anywhere they want. You gotta have some kind of strategy going into this ear. It's gonna take you a while to get through it. Whew, that was good. If you plan on eating a lot of sweet corn, especially on your lunch break, you might need to pencil in a little bit of a nap after. Quite refreshing. I better get back to work though, because I've used about all of my lunch break on this showcasing of our sweet corn. I hope that all of you find some sweet corn of your own or already have. That way you can prepare it just the way we have, so you can enjoy it the way we do. Thank you for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see more, and comment if you have any questions. Have a great day. Peace!